Joining us from Tokyo this morning, the CEO and founder of one of the world's leading recruitment firms, Robert Walters, joins us on the program. Mr. Walters, a pleasure to have you. So where are the jobs right now?
Well, that's an interesting question, because whenever I go and talk to analysts or investors, everyone sees this as a lead indicator of the economy. And actually, unfortunately, there are no headline answers, because it's a mixed message. There are jobs in Asia. Asia-Pacific represents around half our business. Continental Europe represents around a quarter, and the UK represents a quarter. And it's a mixed message. The UK is fairly stagnant. Continental Europe, surprisingly, in recruitment terms, is actually quite buoyant. There's a story there. And within Asia-Pacific, it's still active, and there's a shortage of good quality candidates.
Yeah, but you're saying the banking and the finance sector, in your view, still remains weak, whereas there's some pickup in other areas. What kind of areas?
Well, supply chain, logistics, engineering, mining related areas. It depends on the country to some extent, manufacturing in Germany. But you're right. I mean, banking has remained unusually it's been a long time since the banks have stopped recruiting, and it's an unusual downturn, this one. I mean, I've been through 3 of these, and this one seems to be taking an awful lot longer to sort itself out, and is far more complex, with Eurozone issues, slowdown of China growth, and so on. But within our industry, these things, sometimes the macro indicators don't necessarily mean, you know, your original question about where are the jobs. It doesn't necessarily mirror GDP. It can be like Japan, for example, where I am today. It's been technically in a downturn for many years, and yet it's one of our best performing areas. It's our 3rd most profitable region after Australia and France. So it doesn't necessarily mirror within the middle management professional market, the area we operate, that there are jobs in Japan if you're bilingual and if you have the right technical skills. There are plenty of jobs around.
That's a very interesting point, Robert. So you're saying that the number of jobs available does not correlate to the country's GDP. So I'm curious, what's the job situation like in Europe and the U.S.? Because, you know, considering we keep hearing that a lot of people are still unemployed.
Yeah, they are. And, you know, the thing is, with the job market in the areas in which we operate, it's not about the number of new jobs created, it's about the churn. It's about the number of times people move. It's about confidence. Confidence on the part of candidates prepared to move. There are an awful lot of people unhappy in their jobs right now, but they're not going to put their head above the parapet and move, because they don't want to be last in, first out with the new company. So there's a lot of that going on, and there are a lot of companies that may want to start a new project and hire, but then slightly reluctant. As soon as that circle gets broken, we will see a radical increase in the number of placements made, number of people moving jobs. It's not happening yet. There's still nervousness around, and it's been going on now for 3 years.
All right, Robert, very interesting. Robert Walters, their founder and chief executive of one of the largest recruitment firms in the world, joining us live from Tokyo this morning.